if you're someone who's struggling with believing that things great gonna happen for you, and sometimes you have a hard time to believe that things gonna go well, and you don't really understand, and you focus on the how and where it's gonna come from, and you're not really sure, right? Then this video is for you, because one of the great tips that really works all the time is mostly gratitude. Really to be focused on the things that you already have, but more than that is really to know that there is something bigger than yourself, something bigger than everyone. And when you realize that there is something bigger than yourself, then you start to understand that there is something that has your back all the time. And you can be really grateful for that, because if you're experiencing this, just know that you're not alone. And for a lot of people, it's very hard to believe in something that we cannot see, right? Some people call it faith, right? And if you have that, then you have a life hack, because it's like you realize that you're not alone. And if you're not alone, it means that you have a business partner, you have a life partner that is way beyond everything that you can imagine, right? So you're always working by peer together, right? So you can confess anything. You can share things that you have, and you can then be guided, because you really understand that it goes beyond yourself. It goes beyond everything that you can imagine. And that's the beauty into this thing. It's something that you cannot see, but you can feel it. And this is the powerful thing, is that you can feel it. So you're not really thinking about it, right? It's not from your mind. You're not thinking about it. You're feeling it with your heart. And if you go deep down into this emotion, and you're like, okay, what do I actually feel? And you're gonna realize that this feeling is definitely who you are inside, the self. Not the person that you think you are, or the person that people think you are, but the real person inside of you. Once you realize that, your life takes another turn, another level, because now you start to feel that you have power. You have way more power than you thought. And so if you have that, and you know that, you can really be supported by that, and you can feel deep down, then you've already win. You've already win, because deep down you know you cannot fail. And when you have this feeling, this support, and you feel great, and the moment that you can feel great, things start to accelerate in your life. Why? Because if you think about it, every single day we have negative thoughts coming, and we experience negative things, because we tend to think like that those negative thoughts are not gonna affect our life, but it does. How? At an emotional level, because your thoughts triggers your emotion. And if you have bad emotion, then you're gonna end up having negative thing gonna come into your life, right? Such as like negative event, perhaps like negative people. And if you're there, then you're gonna understand that you're vibrating at a certain level, that you need to change your vibration. And how you do that? Just by changing your vibration. So once you can change the vibration you're in, changing the emotion that you have, turning emotion from I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling depressed, or I'm overwhelmed, then you change your vibration. You're saying like, okay, is it that bad? Yes or no? If not, if you feel more grateful for the things that you have, and you focus on the thing that you have and not focusing on the lack, then more things gonna come into your life, because you're vibrating at a higher frequency. And if you vibrate at a higher frequency, then you attract matching frequencies. matching feelings, matching even people who are vibrating at the same level. Or let's say if you're vibrating at a gratitude level, right? Then that makes sense that you're gonna attract people, even circumstances that match this vibration, right? It's like when you turn on the radio, right? 101. Then you turn on your radio until you get the matching frequency where you can listen the radio, the music, right? And it's the same thing with our brain. Once we do that, it gets easier because now your only focus that you have is to feel good, to feel gratitude, to feel love, to feel joy, because you understand that you're gonna get matching frequency, matching vibration. Perhaps you've heard likes attract likes, right? And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So once you apply it in your life and you start to see real results, then it starts to become very interesting. Because once I did that and was in a position where it was really complicated for me, because it was tough, and I had more negative thoughts coming in than positive thoughts. So my ball of energy was the wrong one, was negative. So when you have a negative ball of energy, what gravitates around you, it's negative things, right? It's never really 100% negative, because you always learn from anything, right? So it's not really, there's not really such things as really positive or really negative. It's just our perception about it, right? Things just are. But if you have like more event and that put you a lot of challenges, then perhaps you need to adjust the thing that you're doing in your life so you can be more aligned with the universe. So, and I'm not saying you're not gonna have challenges and hard time. No, it's not, because we all have that. We all have these challenges, these hard times, but the great part is like your perception about it. How do you react to that? And more you can react to that in a positive way, then you're not gonna feel like it's very negative event or circumstances, because it becomes easier for you to handle them, right? And so life becomes easier. So yeah, I'm so happy to share these things, because I've been in a place where it was really tough at the first, and I needed to change this pattern of thoughts, right? Because they were triggering negative emotion, and I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good, and I was in a point where I wanted to get away from this, right? To run away from these problems. But I've learned that thanks to these challenges, thanks to these problems, I've become the person that I am right now and today. So it's never as bad as you think, and it's never as good as you think. It's just that things are, and better you can deal with them, then easier your life gonna be. So yeah, more you trust, more you have this trust in the universe, more you have this faith in something bigger than yourself. Once you have this faith about yourself, and you know that you can be anything, you can be anything that you want, you can do everything that you want, and you reach a certain level of freedom, because you know that things gonna work out great for you, because it did before in the past. So you have greater chance that it's gonna be the same. But you gotta have this faith, you're gonna have this trust in something that you cannot see, and yeah, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard, but it's a great reward. If you can do that, then your life is gonna be totally different. You're gonna experience amazing things, and it just feels good. Just feels good. You're gonna have ups and downs, and that's the beauty of life, because in those downs, that's when you're gonna learn the most. You want to experience these challenges, and you want to go through life like, be bold, be bold with your life, with yourself, to do things like without fear, but still being ethical, obviously, right? but in a way that you're fearless, you know, and you jump into life like you want more, you know, you want more out of life because you understand that you are life itself, right? And you have everything that you need. If you really think about it, you have everything that you need. Think about it. Think about where you are right now. Think about your body, the condition that you are right now, the air that you breathe. Perhaps you can get access to water, to food. That by itself is luxury, right? Because you can get access to these things, but sometimes we take it for granted, so it doesn't has as much value as we think, but it does. And that's a really great way to see life. That's personally the way I see it, and I live happier like that because I feel like no matter what happened, I know things gonna turn out great because so far it always did, right? And when you have this level of freedom, because freedom is in your mind, right? It's like it depends how you see, depends how you look at life. You look at life in a more positive way, and you have gratitude, or you look at life in a more negative way, and you tend to complain, to blame people, right? And so this is more dangerous for you because you're gonna attract more things like that, right? So try to switch this perception, and you will see that life has so much to offer. Thank you so much for listening. I'm super happy to share that and documenting my journey. Today is December 24th of 2024. So yeah, it's Christmas. It's an awesome day. Be blessed.